Hello. Uh, Learn app and Indravardan. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please type in yes. So I know that, and if you can see the screen, then I know we are in business. Learn app and Indravardan. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please type in yes. Hello. Anybody home? Okay, great. So we have three people who are online and watching right now. So we will wait till 7 o'clock and then we'll start at 7. Right. Who all are online? If you guys can hear me and see the screen, kindly reply. Thanks for confirming. Yes, Suraj, thank you. Yes, thank you. Surajji, we're meeting again. I believe you attended earlier session also, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember which one was, but yes, I think I remember talking to you earlier. Right? Correct. So how is the trading going so far, Surajji? How has it been? Are you a full-time trader, part-time? Great, Indrodan. Thank you for confirming. What kind of trader are you, Indravardhan? Let's get to know ourselves a little bit before the class starts. We have 7, 8 minutes more. Oh, not much trading, huh? Okay. Great. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, but this is a three-part class series. The today is the first part. The next part will be at the end of the month, and then the next one will be in the March. So in the first two sessions, we'll be getting to know about the Ichimoku indicator, and in the last class, we will get to learn about the strategy that we're going to be using for Ichimoku indicator. Right? Indrodhanji, are you a full-time trader, part-time trader? What strategies are you using for trading? Okay, looks like Indrodhan is off again. He's not. Yeah. Performance not consistent. Started some months back after retirement. Okay, well, the key to trading is consistent performance. Have you been jumping from one strategy to another, Surajji, or are you following the same strategy consistent? Because that's the key to consistent performance. You have to stick to your rules, whatever rules and strategies that you have decided. You have to stick to them and you have to follow them all the way. Okay, Indra, that's good. And how is the trading going for you so far? How has this month been? Last 2, 3 months have been really rocky ride, going up and down unexpectedly. So it's really people are complaining and people are saying whatever they earned in that rally, they are losing everything. So that's what's happening. Okay, I'm gonna just mute myself and we'll restart again at in like 3 4 minutes, right? I'll wait for everybody else to join in. Okay, guys, I'm back and it's almost 7 o'clock, so we will start in another 2 3 minutes. Wait for all the latecomers to join in. And uh, hello, hello, yeah. Yeah, Surajji, thank you. Learn app is always trying to make sure that new people, new traders are getting aware of the knowledge that we are trying to share and they don't make the mistakes that all of us did when we started trading. And that's what we are trying to do. And Dravadhanji, point and figure, huh? That's one indicator or that's one system I have not had my luck to try that, and I hope it's working for you, right? Okay. Okay, that's good. So we have 4 people online and Learn app. Is it Rakshit who is online? Or should we wait for others to join in or should we start? Well, do as you say, 6 people. So those of you who are online, apart from Mr. Indrodhan and Suraj, just type in hi. If you can hear me and see the screen, so I know who all are attending. So whoever has any doubts, I can clarify the doubts and then we can take it from there. Okay, we can start, right? We'll start. I'll just wait for everybody else to confirm. So make sure I'm not missing on anyone. Great. We have Vijay. Hi, Vijay. Nirvardhan. Yes. Okay. So, guys, today's session is on Ichimoku. Uh, Before we start the session, just a little bit of info about LearnApp. At LearnApp, we are basically trying to give knowledge at an affordable price, and the knowledge quality we are trying to maintain is world class. As you are probably aware, we have had traders and trainers from all over the world uh, sharing their ideas and education with us. And so, and without charging very high amount, we are trying to do that to help everyone. Uh, this is one important aspect that you need to keep in mind, that we are not registered SEBI advisors, so don't take any of the ideas that we discussed in the session as a trading ideas. We're simply learning for the purpose of education, and that's how it should be taken. We don't believe in recommending stocks or act as an advisor in any way. Everything on learn is purely for educational purpose only and nothing else. Right? Okay. Anytime you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop me. I'll be more than happy to go back and explain the whatever you're not understood. I'll be more than happy to do that. We are trying to learn like a movie format where it's interactive. I'm talking, you have a question, you can stop me, you can go back to the recording and listen to the recording, and then you can be sure of whatever you not understood during the live class. You can go back and listen to it, right? One more thing you need to keep in mind is that the recordings will be available for 48 hours. I believe this is changed and it's available for 5 days. Can you please confirm, Learn app? I think it's available for 5 days if I'm not wrong. Please confirm it and I'll make the change accordingly. I think it's for 5 days, right? 5 days, correct. Sorry about that. This is something I needed to update, right? Okay. Uh, so before we, Uttanji, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Before we go with the starting of the course, I would like to tell you guys something about myself. My name is Tapan Jani. I'm a trader come trainer. I primarily use Ichimoku and Hakinashi trading system for taking trades, and I've been trading in the market since last 7 years. Out of those 7 years, about 5 years have been solely dedicated with the help of LearnApp, with the help of Ichimoku. I'm sorry, and that's the primary indicator I use. Everybody is usually comfortable with whatever they are using. I use Ichimoku. I can look at an Ichimoku chart and I can really get a good idea as to what it's trying to say. I also teach students Ichimoku and how to learn advanced techniques on one-on-one basis. And I have my students from everywhere, all over India. I am personally from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. And as I told you, I myself also invest in the market, trade in the market. But I'm just like many of you, I'm also a long term investor. And whenever a really nice opportunity arises, that's the only time I would trade intraday. Otherwise, my view usually is high time frame. Now, uh, I would like to talk a little bit about trading psychology. So, and trust me, I cannot emphasize enough on the trading psychology part, but it is the most important aspect of trading, which nobody usually talks about. If they talk about, that's really nice. That shows the genuinity of the person, because everybody thinks, everybody all tells also other people that if you have a specific system, अगर आपके पास कोई specific system है, whatever it may be, Bollinger Band है, moving averages है, whatever it is, uh, और वो काफी successful है, तो आपकी life set है, you can only use this and you can make millions and millions, which is not necessarily true. uh, to make money in trading, the key aspects are trading psychology, uh, positioning sizing, and the third part is what's technical analysis of the system that you're going to follow to buy or sell. So trading psychology is very important, to which people are not giving enough importance to. I'll be, as I've been promising guys, next month I'll be conducting a class on trading psychology. Do try to attend it. You will be knowing it through the website when is the class. So, what mistakes are you making right now? Like one of the person, Mr. Suraj, just told me that he's not consistent. So, if all of you, whoever is listening to me right now, we have 13 people listening to the session right now. Can you guys briefly tell me what are the some trading mistakes you're making? Hi Gaurav, good to see you. You're not missed much. I just asked everyone what are some trading mistakes you're making right now. In short, I request everyone to type it out and let's try to make this session really interactive. I know it's 7 o'clock, it's Tuesday, beginning of the week, everybody's tired, But let's try to, since you have decided to invest 1 hour here, we might as well use it properly all the way, right? So Mr. Puthan, Gaurav, Suraj already told me, Indravardhan and other people, whoever is listening, please type in and tell me what are some mistakes you're making right now. Trading mistakes. Do you know those mistakes? I'll just wait for 1 more minute. Hopefully, all of you can hear me. I hope. Then we'll move forward. Jitesh, yes. If you okay, okay. So somebody, Mr. AS, has written not taking all the trades. Indradhan has written, I'm not full time trading, so many time missed opportunity. Okay. Uh, Tanji is saying unable to find any success in trading. Okay, which are shown by the system. Okay, booking profits earlier. Okay, so out of all the people that I asked question, Mr. Suraj has managed to ask me somewhat kind of the answer I was looking for. All of what other people, everybody else also, right? So one of the key things that people do, even I made this mistake when I started trading earlier, was when it comes to stop losses or when it comes to losses, uh, we book loss all the way. So जितना भी stop loss decide किया था वहां तक हम ट्रेड अपना जाने देते हैं और फिर हम लॉस बुक कर देते हैं. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू प्रॉफिट्स, जहां तक प्रॉफिट हमने टारगेट डिसाइड किया था उससे काफी पहले हम बुक कर देते हैं, राइट? सो दैट्स वन मिस्टेक. Then Mr. Gaurav Thakur has written, my biggest mistake was risk management before I got to know about it. Okay. So one the people, how will you be able to answer this question properly, that what are the mistakes you're making right now? To be able to answer that question, you have to have a trade plan, number one. Number two, you have to have a journal. So journal is nothing but a place where you write all your trades in as much detail as possible. And when you start journalizing, you yourself will know the answer. One of the columns you should write here in journal is, why did I take that trade? And when you answer that question, you will lots of times probably not end up taking the trade, or you will know next time what mistakes to avoid. Okay? So that is why it is really crucial to have a trade plan as well as to have journal. Uh, Throughout the session, I'll be using TradingView, but there are some other things also we can use to journal our trades. We'll talk about this bit later in detail. So now coming back to indicator, do we need any other indicator? There are plenty of indicators. Why do we? What is so different about Ichimoku, or why to switch over from whatever we know to Ichimoku? So the simple answer here is, see, I'm not here to tell you that one indicator is good or another indicator is good. All the indicators are good. There is not one system which is bad. I can, you tell me a system and I'll show you that it works beautifully. It's all about what system are you comfortable with. That's the thing you have to remember. No system has that literal advantage over other. All the systems are pretty much the same. It's just that how much time are you willing to spend in one system, how much back testing are you ready to do, how much back testing have you done, and how confident are you while you use that system, right? So in that way the current indicators are enough. So why are we moving on to Ichimoku? What is so different? Well, one of the benefits of Ichimoku is that it's based on highs and lows instead of closing prices, right? So what do we want to do? Do we want to trade every day and to have maximum number of trades, or do we want to have fewer trades but better success and better RR? What's your answer? Can you guys tell me which answer uh, is right, which one should be right? First or second, which one makes me right? Fewer trades. So the lesser the number of trades, the lesser we have to fight with ourselves, fight with our brain, right? So that's why, like, you want to tell yourself and you want to take only the best of the best trades, right? So less number of trades and less to fight with yourself. So this is one very important part, and I've seen this with the many people. Yeah, thanks for everyone. Thanks Venkatesh. Thanks Vijay for answering. Jitesh. So what I've noticed is people usually run. What do they run? They run after price. So let's say, let me show this with the example of paintbrush. Okay, you see the paintbrush? Please confirm if you can see the paint. Right? Price is going up and price is coming down, and then it's going up and then it's coming down, and then finally it decides to go up again, right? So what's happening is we originally had decided that we want to buy it at, let's say, this level right here. Okay, and we are currently somewhere around uh here. Okay, oops, yeah. So let's say we are somewhere around uh, here at this juncture. So price was coming down. We were jolly waiting for this level to price to come to this level. But once it reached here, price again started to go back up. At this time, please tell me if you guys agree with me. But at this location, people usually feel that price will not come down, and if I want to take a trade, I better get in, and people again start to buy. Their original buying level was here, so they bought early, and now when prices and this was the original stop loss, let's say, when they had planned to enter here at this place. But because they have entered here, when the price reaches their original buying level, they start to get panic. And when it reaches their original entry point, they will exit. And what will price do? Price will come just little tad below our level, only to go back up. And as our original trade was planned, price moves up, but we are out of the trade with a loss. Do you guys agree with me here? Does this happen with everyone? Do we make this kind of mistake? Or have you seen other people make this mistake? Please tell me if you guys agree with me. Right, Dhananjay? Right, Akhilesh? So this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you with the help of running. Whatever you decide, you should tell yourself that, boss, I'm ready to buy it only if it comes to my level. If it does not, I'm ready to. One of my colleagues was trying to do this yesterday with TCS 90. I asked him not to do so today. He thanked me. Exactly, right? So so don't run. So this is where journal comes in picture. Whenever you buying or selling, so I prepared this nice journal for my students, wherein one of the columns I have written is, I specifically asked them that, is this trade planned the way you wanted to plan, or are you doing this in a haste? So when you starts to answer some questions, you will eventually either end up not taking those trades, or you definitely make less mistakes. So that's why, as I said, trading psychology is really important. You decide what you want to do. If you wait for the price to come to you, trust me, it will bring profits with it. Decide what kind of trader are you, breakout or pullback, and trade according to your style. Most of us Indians are, we like to trade pullback. But I hope everybody is aware that what is breakout and what is pullback. If somebody is not aware of it, please tell me, so I'll just explain it to you briefly, what is breakout trader and what is pullback trader, right? And meanwhile, others can also answer, what kind of trader are you? I know Mr. Indravadan is breakout trader. What about everybody else? Do you guys know what kind of trader you are? What kind of trading suits you? Okay, we have Nikhil, who is breakout trader. Great. So he's aware of it. Is there anybody who doesn't know what is breakout or pullback? Sometime break, swing high, next candle suddenly break, swing low, and continuous fall. I'm a swing trader. Okay. I normally go with breakouts, reversal. Okay. So reversal is kind of pullback trader. So do you can you guys tell me which has a higher success ratio, breakout or pullback? What is your guess? Okay, Tirumala. Your positional trade, that's fine, but what I meant to ask you is what kind of system do you follow? Do you follow when do you buy when price is hitting some sort of lower level, or when you try buy it when it's going crossing some levels? That's what I'm basically yeah, some people are so I'll explain. I thought somebody is not aware, so let's start this way. Don't save. And my favorite drawing, price is going up, price decides to come down, then again it goes up, then again it comes down, and then again it goes up. So there are different places where people may decide to buy the stock. People may decide that जब कभी भी स्टॉक ये पिछला हाई तोड़ेगा तब मैं बाय करूंगा. ठीक है. तो ये वाले जो ट्रेडर्स हैं वो सारे ब्रेकआउट वाले ट्रेडर हैं. वो लोग जो ओवरऑल ट्रेंड है, अगर इफ आई वर टू mark the overall trend, the trend is basically अप ट्रेंड, ये थोड़ा पुल बैक दिया और फिर वापस ऊपर गया. तो ये ऊपर वाला जो पूरा ट्रेंड है उसी के साथ हम मिलके काम करते हैं. ठीक है. एंड कुछ लोग होते हैं जो होते हैं पुल बैक ट्रेडर. वो क्या करते हैं, दे वांट टू बाय इट व्हेन इट रीचेस सर्टेन लो लेवल एंड दे वांट टू बाय इट हियर. सो जहाँ पे जब मैंने रेड लाइन लगाई है वहां पर जो बाय करते हैं वो ब्रेकआउट ट्रेडर है, और जो लोग पुल बैक ट्रेडर हैं वो नीचे वाली जो ब्लैक लाइन है वहां पर करते हैं. सो अब मेरा आपको पूछने का, फिर आई रिपीट माय क्वेश्चन अगेन. व्हिच काइंड ऑफ trading has a higher probability? What is your guess? Breakout or pullback? So this would be number one, which is breakout, or number two, which is going to be pullback. What is your answer? One or two? Let's see what is everybody saying. Your guess is absolutely correct, Mr. Venkatesh. Vijay, you're also right. Indravardhan is right. Ashish is right. So why do people go for pullback? So the reason why people go for pullback is for simply because pullback has comparatively smaller stop loss. अगर यहाँ पर एंट्री है तो हमारा स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पर कहीं पे होगा. अगर ब्रेकआउट में यहाँ पर एंट्री है तो हो सकता है कि हमारा स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पर कहीं पे हो. राइट. Yeah. So what happens is with pullbacks, even though your stop losses are small, the success ratio goes down. So if you are someone, if you are someone who is strong enough to trade, let's say one, two, three, four, five, six trades, straight losses, and then sixth one, if you think you have the strong mental mind to trade the sixth or seventh trade with the same system, with the same mind, then you can be a good pullback trader. But with the idea with the pullback trader is you have to be ready to take those small losses until one big profit comes in, right? So can we wait for Fibonacci retracement before entry? Yeah. So the pullback traders are Fibonacci kind of traders basically. How do you determine? Yeah. So Puthan, one of the ways to determine pullback is Fibonacci. So this is not a class on Fibonacci, so we will not be going over that. But I'm sure one of the Learn App classes does cover Fibonacci. So try to attend it, and then it will give you a good idea as to what is Fibonacci all about. Or if you really study Ichimoku in detail, it has Elliott wave and Fibonacci and Gann, everything built in itself if you reach that depth level, right? Another golden question: which time frame to trade on? Which time frame is best for me and why? Do you guys know which time? I mean, what does each time frame stand for? Why we should use which time frame? As I said, Nikhil, one of the biggest cons is In a way it's a risk. I mean, it's not really a risk. You can simply do positional sizing of it, but it's just people have this mental thing that if I buy, if the stop loss is of 3 rupees compared to 1 rupee, they just get scared. That's it, right? I personally like breakout trades. I am myself a breakout type of trader, right? So what time frame should you use? Well, people use, I personally don't use anything lower than 60 because I'm a positional type of trader. So it depends. If you're a long term trader, then the higher time frame is what you should be using it. If you're intraday trader, you can use it, you can use it up to 30. Don't go below 30. That will be too less, too low, right? Now coming to Ichimoku. So daily, weekly, and monthly time frames. Great. That's good, Indravardhan ji. Weekly is best for positional trading, correct? But you shouldn't use weekly for taking trade. For taking trade, you should go down to daily or preferably 4 hours, right? Because your stop loss will be too high if you use weekly type of chart for positional trading. That is for you, Mr. Tirumala. Now, EMA, exponential moving average. Everybody knows what is exponential moving average. So here, what I'm trying to tell you is how is Ichimoku different compared to your moving averages, especially exponential moving average. So this is a chart of Axis Bank, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and here I have marked EMA for 26 days. So as you can see, the EMA is there on the chart, and the price is a little bit far from the EMA. So as per, if we have a system wherein whenever price touches the EMA, we will short it if it's above us, and if it's below us, then we'll go long. So if we follow that system, currently EMA is not touching the price, right? It's far from it. But if I were to use Ichimoku indicator, as you can see, the price has touched our Ichimoku line. So what is this saying? That this indicator tends to give you signals in time. I wouldn't say faster, I would say in time compared to any other indicator. And the reason is simply because this indicator is not based on closing price, but rather it's based on average of highs and lows. I hope everybody's clear so far, whatever we discussed. Any questions, any doubts? Not much has been covered, but whatever I've talked about so far. Assuming nobody has any doubts, I'll move on. So, what is Ichimoku? How is it different, and why are you going to use Ichimoku? Which time frame? Do you know what type of trader you are? So, as I said, depending on what type of trader you are, you should use the Ichimoku indicator. If you are a long-term trader, like many of you are here, you should use 4 hours chart to take your trade, and you should use higher time frames like daily, weekly, and monthly to see what is the price doing and what is the trend like. What is Ichimoku is just another indicator, but this time the indicator is based on highs and lows instead of closing price, and that's how it is different also. And the reason why we use Ichimoku is that it gives us lots of information. Another word for Ichimoku is one glance indicator. You just take a look at it, and then you can get an idea as to what is happening on high time frame and what is happening on lower time frame, if you have really thorough knowledge of Ichimoku and if you have really used it properly. Before we move in detail, let's just go briefly through the history. It was invented by a person called Goshia Hasawara. He, the reason why he came up with Ichimoku was that if you use it properly, Ichimoku gives us idea about what is the current trend is, what was the trend in the past, and what is the trend likely to be in future. Not only trend, but it also gives us support and resistances of current, past, and future, all of it, if you know how to use it. So this is something advanced, uh, which we are not going to be covering in here, but I'm just giving you an idea about it. Ichimoku does have Elliott wave, Gann, and Fibonacci built within itself. If you know how to use it. Moving on, it's a excuse me, it's a range indicator because it talks about highs and lows. It does have a closing price line within Ichimoku also. It gives us past support, present support, and future support. So this is where Ichimoku comes in, and how it's different from your typical day-to-day other trading indicator that you use. There are basically three pillars of Ichimoku. One is wave, elite wave pattern, and then trend. Then second is price, and third is time. So if you know how to use it, Ichimoku can precisely tell you exactly in future what is likely to happen, or what which kind of setup has a high probability of happening if you know how to use it. Again, all this is something advanced. We are today here we are only going to be talking about basic Ichimoku indicator. So Ichimoku has mainly these five lines, if I were to say. So the lines are Tinkinson, also known as TK or TS, Kinjensen, also known as KS, Senekau span A, Senekau span B, Chikau span, and Future Cloud. Now I'll be discussing each of them in detail. So first is TK. So what is a TK? Tinkinson is nothing but it's a average of highs and lows for 9 period. So if a price, today's price breaks last 9 candles high or low, then Tinkinson will take that direction. If it does not, the line will remain flat. In other words, if let's say talk about Ashok Leyland, if that share has been in a range since last 9 days between 100 to 90, then Tinkinson for last 10 days will probably be flat. The moment we cross either 100 or 90, Tinkinson will take that direction. If we cross 100, then Tinkinson will point up. If it goes below 90, it will point down. And if it continues to remain between 100 and 90, then it will remain flat. So is everybody clear as to how these lines are calculated? Anybody has any doubt? Surajji, Thirumala, Puthan, Nikhil, Dhananjay, Indravardhan, Ashish. Clear? Good. Thanks for confirming, Ashish. I hope everybody else is also clear, and I will go to next slide, which will give us an idea with the chart. ठीक Don't worry if you cannot uh, see like the exact pricing. I'm just trying to Harshal, thanks for confirming. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Like as you can see, the candles are. Let me try to zoom in a little bit at least, and bring this guy down. Oh, yeah. So what we are doing here is this is the lowest period. Oh, one second. Where is it? This is the lowest. This candle, this little doji kind of candle, a hammer. Sorry, hammer kind of candle. This candle's low is the lowest low, at least among the last 9 candles. So for Tinkinson to be pointing down, it has to break this low right here. And for Tinkinson to go up, we have to go back and count 9 candles, and we have to see which is the highest period. It's probably going to be this guy right here, or probably this guy. See, if price crosses that level, that's when Tinkinson is going to be pointing up. Okay. So this is how the lines are calculated, and I'll zoom back in so the next slide won't be a problem. Same way, same way. The AS, don't worry, there's not much to be seen on the slide. That's why I'm using this mode. If you want, I can go and use a full mode. I'm not a problem. Right, right. Okay. Uh, Same way, Kinjensen is average of highs and lows for 26 period. Where whenever Kinjensen is pointing up, that means we have broken, we have made a new high amongst last 26 candles. Whenever KG is pointing down, it means we have broken. Oh, let me hide this guy right here. Yeah. Whenever it's pointing down, that means we have broken low of last 9 candles, and whenever it's flat, that means it's consolidating or going in a flat uh, mode, right? So now what you really need to remember is that these lines have relevance depending on which time frame do you look at. So if I were to compare Tinkinson on weekly, what is it exactly representing? Can anybody tell me? Tinkinson on weekly chart, what is it representing? What is Tinkinson representing on weekly chart? Okay, somebody's saying 8 weeks, actually it's 9 weeks. So 9 week average, perfect, right? But what you need to remember is Venkatesh Prasad, beautiful answer. 9 weeks average of highs and lows. So, what you need to remember is if I were to compare Tinkinson of weekly chart and Tinkinson on 60-minute chart, which one is more important? Which will be stronger support or resistance? What makes up the cloud? Okay. So what is SKA? SKA is nothing but, did I lose you guys? Oops, what happened? Yeah, back. Can you guys hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. Right? Great. So I'll repeat. SKA and SKB is what makes up a cloud. So what is there are two lines which make up the cloud. So what are those two lines? One is SKA, Seneca's pen A. So Seneca's pen B is, yeah, my battery is sufficient for this class. Venkatesh, thanks. Yeah. Right. 32 minutes, just perfect. Right. My charger is in the vicinity, don't worry. SK is average of Tinkinson and Kijensen, and SKB is the same way we counted Tinkinson and Kijensen, but this time it's 52 bars, so 52 period. That's it, right? Is everybody clear with the four lines? Tinkinson, Kijensen, Seneca span A, and Seneca span B? If clear, just say clear, so I'll know that you guys are clear with it. Hello, you guys there? Okay, Venkatesh, thanks for confirming. So now let us look at some charts and understand what I've just gone through. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to no, go to indicator and uh leggings, and let me get to this guy. Okay, yeah. So here, ignore this plus signs right now. I'm just trying to explain something else to you. So what I'm basically trying to tell you is, let's analyze and look at, and let me go to higher time frame. Let's go to much higher time frame so we get a clear idea. Correct, right? Okay. So this red line is Tinkinson, and we are on monthly chart. So this line represents 9 months highs and lows. And as you can see, we are above 9 months average as far as Reliance chart is concerned. And the way you look at moving averages, if you look at monthly chart, see how the Stinkinson was respected, although it closed below this Tinkinson line once. It again managed to come up. It again came down but closed above it. It again came down but closed above it. It again came down and closed above it. So this is the beauty of Ichimoku, especially when you use it for higher time frame. Suraj, I think you're watching delayed stream by 2 minutes or so. So click live to get live stream. Right? Why? Right. Okay. So now coming to weekly, the same way. Am I drawing here? Yeah, I'll draw the drawing. Okay. The same way. Can you guys see that the key line of Kijinson is flat? Okay. So what is this flat line basically telling you? The flat line is telling you that price has not made a newer high or newer low in last 26 weeks. Is this part clear to everyone? Okay. Now coming back to our two lines SKA and SKB. So the top part is SKA. How is SKA calculated? SKA is nothing but average of Tinkinson and Kijinson. So value of SKA is always going to come between Kijinson and Tinkinson. And it is put 26 days into future. So the value of SKA is this and not this right here. This is value of SKA 26 weeks ago. Today's SKA value is calculated here in future. And that is why this system, as I told you earlier, it has present, past, and future trend and support resistances based in it indicator itself. The same way, this is what SKB stands for, Stanikow Span B, which is average of 52 period, and this is also pushed into future. Okay? So one thing you always need to remember is as long as your stock is above cloud, it is safe to say that it is bullish in that trend. If it's below cloud, it is safe to say it is bearish, especially when you notice this on high time frame. Okay? So let's look at some more charts. Let's look at my favorite HDFC Bank. What is HDFC Bank doing on weekly? Okay, this is also about cloud. Although it did go little bit into the cloud, but it has managed again to go up the cloud. And if you notice, look at it, it took a beautiful support from Kijinson only to bounce up. Okay, let's look at few more charts. Let's look at Ashok Leyland, my favorite chart, which has been not doing too well recently. Let's open monthly chart and get a different picture. So on monthly time frame, it is managed to go into the cloud. This is definitely not a good sign because it is on a higher time frame. On monthly, it is going inside the cloud. On a weekly, it probably will be below the cloud, right? It is below the cloud. And on daily, it's obviously that it's going to be much below cloud. That's what's happening, right? And look at how Kijinson is playing as a strong resistance in this chart all the way, barring few fake outs right here. This would have stopped us out, right? Uh, this was a good trade. This we could have taken this right here. This was a good trade, and right here. So this is the beauty of Ichimoku that when it's applied on a higher time frame, it can give you beautiful opportunities without taking much risk. Again, opening Jubilant Food. We'll start with monthly. Look at this on monthly. It took beautiful support at Key Johnson. It touched it and it's never come back. So from 973 till where are we right now? 91344. So this is the beauty of Ichimoku. But again, these kind of touch reactions you will probably get to see more safely, accurately only on higher time frames such as monthly or weekly. Ha, I was waiting for somebody to ask me this. The and let's have a dirty picture. So this is a dirty picture now. Nifty. So what is Nifty doing? It's below Tinkinson on monthly. On weekly, it is. So what is happening? If you notice, look at this. We've been discussing this trade with my students since this period. I kept telling everyone that this entire period, if I were to mark, so this is 12th of November and we are at 11th Feb. So approximately, let me draw this. So from right here, yeah, 11 bars, so 77 days or almost uh, 3 months. So I've been telling everybody since last 3 months that Nifty is not ready to do or not sure what it wants to do, right? And somebody was right. My battery is just gone a little bit below, so I'll increase my, yeah, much better. Yeah, we are good. So all this time, I've told my students that those of you who are aware of how to use options wisely can definitely take benefit of volatility and theta value. Don't get confused, guys. If you don't know, just ignore. But you could have taken benefit of this in this entire week. And people who know how to use this wisely, they've been able to make decent money. But coming back to the question, my overall view on Nifty for now is bearish. I am looking for shorting opportunity. My shorting level is around this area right here, 10,851. And if I were to show you my setup, this is what I'm planning for. Somewhere around here. I don't remember the exact, but it's something like this. So my entry is at 10,851. My target is 10. Actually, my target is much more. It's 10,300. I don't know why did I do this right now, but it's 10,300. And my stop loss is around 10,945. 45. That also should be increased to around here. Yeah. 10,990 odd levels. Right. So, but to answer your question, even if I were to remove this Ichimoku indicator, this should give you an idea. What is Nifty doing? Let me get rid of all the drawings and everything. What is Nifty doing? Let me erase the drawing. Do you see box? Or if I were to draw like a channel, then it's doing nothing but trading in this range. Everybody agrees with me? It did fool people here, right here, and to an extent here as well, only to come back stronger. But so it's going sideways. But my personal bias, it's that it's likely to go down to perhaps levels of 10,300, somewhere around right here. Yeah, like this, somewhere around here at these levels. So that is my bias as far as Nifty is concerned. Is everybody clear as to how did we look at Ichimoku indicator and how could we tell what kind of trend it is going through? Now let's open one more chart. Takadila. I'm looking for a stock which is not trending. So that's what I'm trying to find out. Let's open monthly. Yeah. So although this is, let's open weekly. Also, this guy is also going down. But yeah. So whenever stock is in a cloud, it usually means that it's going sideways or it's consolidating. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at this entire period where it is in the cloud right here. This guy right here. So whenever stock goes into cloud, it means it's probably going to consolidate before it decides which direction it wants to take. Okay? Anybody wants me to look at any other script? I can quickly look at them. Asian payments. Okay. Yes, bank. Yes, bank. हमेशा था. I'm glad nobody said DHFL. Yeah. Yes, bank. Tata Motors. Bank. So much drawing. क्या हो रही है? Okay. So in case of Yes Bank, what we are doing is we went to cloud. We did not go back inside the cloud. So what is likely to happen is price is likely to come back at least to a region of around here, around this area, where it made a proper swing high before retracing back again. This is what I think. If you get a decent setup, this is what you should target for 1073, right? For checking out trend, you should always look at higher time frame, right? I'll look at Maruti and DLF. Maruti. This is my favorite stock, which is taking beating. And right now, so whatever was support earlier, Kijinsen, now it's acting as a resistance. If you notice, it managed to close above resistance once. Second time, it almost came down. Now it's below. So if you want to go long in Maruti, I think you should wait. Number one, and uh, at least wait for till it closes above Kijinsen, basically. Let's look at Yes Bank. I have already looked at Yes Bank, DLF. It's also beaten up stock, if I'm not wrong. Where? Look at this. So here also no trade as such. If you want to go long, there is no trade. I would wait till it at least crosses conventionally or convincingly above the cloud. Then only we can plan a trade. Right. So one more. Somebody asked Tata Motors. So this is the last one. We look at Tata Motors. Again, beaten up stock, right? Yeah. इसको तो भूल ही जाओ अभी तो फिलहाल के लिए तो भूल ही जाओ nothing doing right now ठीक है is this low broken yes it has been taken out so perhaps if it comes down to 100 levels maybe you can think of buying it again right that's what I would advise mothers and sumi so this will be super last nothing more if you notice I'm not going too below a time frame see mothers and sumi ooh again beaten up properly let me look at weekly yeah dead meat, nothing doing right now. Again, look at who asked for Mother Sesame, Mr. Dr. Reddy will look at it. Tirumala. Tirumala ji, if you had your rules set, look, you had beautiful shorting opportunity at these levels of 179 and you could have enjoyed till 132. Okay? We had our indicator also in place. So this is indicator I prepared for my students. Like you can see, so it gives you, it auto generates the signals and it tells you when to short or when to go long. And Dr. Reddy, last one. Yeah, it's trading below cloud, so I would wait for this guy to come above cloud and then we can think of planning a trade. Okay? And Wipro. Whoa. We got two signals to go along, one's here and one's here. All time high यार इसमें तो क्या what to say, nothing to say, right? uh what is that? The Herschel asked question whether is it as effective as weekly monthly daily. I don't understand your question, Herschel, sorry. Right, basically the higher time frame gives you better picture, so you should stick to higher time frames even if you don't like it. That's what the real trend comes from. That's what it really tells you. Right, guys. uh how was the session? Whatever we have covered so far, has everybody understood everything whatever we discussed? Hakinashi, this is everything is best. I use Hakinashi plus Ichimoku. Is Ichimoku still effective in daily? That was my question. Yes, it is. It is effective. Okay, right, guys. So I hope I was able to answer your questions. Sunilji, can we cover this next time, please? Or you know what? I'll just cover it up. Yeah, you can use it for intraday. IB India Bulls Housing Finance. IB India Bulls Housing Finance. I've not explained buy sell point again. Surajji, wait. We have not come to that again. We have to come to that. अरे यार ये तो ये डीएलएफ ये सब हाउसिंग वाले हैं ना. आई वुड स्टे अवे फ्रॉम देम यार. इनसे दूर रहो अभी फिलहाल के लिए. किसने पूछा ये? सुनील ने, राइट? सुनील जी, स्टे अवे फ्रॉम दीज राइट नाउ. दे आर नॉट गिविंग एनी बुलिश सिग्नल्स येट. ठीक है, डन गाइस. So we'll end our session here. Yeah, we'll cover this Sarant in the next class. Okay. So next class, I think it's at the end of the month. So do join in for the next class. I'll explain everything, Ravi Shekhar ji. Right. So next class, yeah, you have a question, Dhananjay? Then I'll wait. ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank. This should be. Yeah. See, what has happened is it was trading well, but then it broke Tinkinson once, it brought Kijinson once. So let me open weekly chart. Yeah, it's sitting beautifully on Kijinson. So if you have your setup planned and if you have a decent stop loss and everything in place, you can plan a trade, long trade at approximately 338 levels. Let's see what is happening on daily. No, well, never mind. I'll take my words back. Nothing doing in ICICI until it comes back on top of cloud again on daily. Okay. Yeah, Tirumala ji, thank you. Indravardhan ji, thank you. Exactly. That's the scene, Nikhil, unfortunately. Guys, if you guys have uh, yeah, Srinivas will talk about it in the next session because the reason why I'm not going for intraday charts is we are only discussing trend right now, not entry or stop loss or exit points, right? It will be better if we discuss it with them when we are discussing the intraday charts. Okay? How do you set bullish signals? I have not discussed that yet, KV. Okay? Right, guys? So if you guys have enjoyed the session, if you guys have liked the session, do share your feedback on Twitter. The Twitter handle Learn app will just share it with you. Yeah, that can be one way, Tirumalaji. And yeah, so this is our Twitter handle. And if you guys have any other questions personally for me regarding Ichimoku, you can always send them an email and they'll forward it to me and I'll answer your questions. Do share your do give feedback as to how you enjoy the session. If you did not enjoy, whatever you want to, and you can also email us at help@learnapp.co. In the next class we'll discuss the cloud breakout strategy in detail, so you will have a detailed understanding of Ichimoku, at least one strategy. नहीं नहीं, अभी बैटरी तो चलेगी, मैं भी चलूंगा, मेरी भी बैटरी चार्जर पे, डोंट वरी यार हर्षल. अभी भी होगा टाइम, आई एम श्योर. कितना टाइम दिखा रहा है? 15 मिनट्स. मैं हूं ना. राइट. And I hope I was able to ask Srinivas. I hope I was able to explain what I was telling you, right? I hope you understand. My Twitter and my FB link, Dhananjay, or Learn app. Anybody whoever wants to contact me for anything, you can send the mail to Learn app and I'll answer it there, right? Then you can get in touch with me. This is the mail ID help@learnapp.co. I'm not that active on Facebook. Social media कहाँ यार अपनी there are enough things going on कहाँ social media के लिए time निकाले, right? Right, Srinivas? Thank you. Thanks, Dhananjay. Thanks, Mayuresh. Good to see you again. And do, guys, as I said, do share your feedback on Twitter, wherever. And I'll see you guys at the end of the month. All right. With this, I'll just close the room. I hope everybody enjoyed the session. Thank you.